Senator John McCain implored the North Carolina Republican Party not to run a political ad that McCain says distracts Republicans, degrades our civics, and seeks to divide the American people. Our third story tonight, the state Republicans' response to McCain, "You are who again?" I'm paraphrasing. McCain's email to the state party called the ad offensive, a sentiment echoed by the Republican National Committee, also asking the North Carolina GOP not to run the ad, calling it not appropriate. At least those are their in-public, on-the-record positions. The ad itself, set to air Monday statewide, hits two local Democratic candidates for having endorsed Barack Obama, criticizing their ties to Obama because of his ties to his ex-pastor. The ad's premise, of course, the GOP classic of trickle-down guilt by association, a tactic which could prove damaging to McCain himself if Democratic groups were to, say, run similar ads reminding voters that he pursued the endorsement of a pastor who called Catholicism the great whore and who, again, just this week, insisted Hurricane Katrina was, quote, a curse by God for the scheduling of a gay pride parade in New Orleans. Despite McCain's disavowals, the ad echoes the symmetrical attacks that he and Senator Clinton have waged on Obama, especially since radio's right-wing water carriers declared Obama the more formidable opponent and started urging Republicans to help Clinton. Our review of North Carolina GOP news releases this year shows them to have been equal opportunity Democrat bashers until this month, when 2 out of 11 news releases criticized both Democratic candidates, 6 more singled out Obama, and not a single one focused just on Clinton. Oh, and Senator Clinton's response to this ad, asked this morning by ABC News to comment, her campaign still has not done so. I'm joined now by MSNBC political analyst Rachel Maddow, whose own show airs weeknights on Air America Radio. Long time no see.
Hi, Keith.
All right, either McCain can't control his own party or he's lying to us. Which is it?
Well, we don't know yet.
All right.
But the wild internal politics of the modern Republican Party are as, just unknowable. I mean, remember the outrage by the Republican powers that be about the racist Playboy white girl Call Me Harold ad that really ran against Harold Ford? There's all this outrage among the powers that be, but then the ad runs anyway.
Right, Harold winds up working with us.
Exactly. I applaud John McCain. I applaud the National Republican Party for saying this ad shouldn't run. I would applaud a lot harder if the ad actually didn't run.
Right.
If the North Carolina GOP actually felt real pressure or even real threats from their national party and their national party's leader that they ought not do this. Apparently they don't feel threatened.
Right. I mean, the Democrats, when the state parties put the votes too early in Florida and Michigan, went, screw you.
We're not going to seat your delegates.
And
that's right.
Even though the consequences could have been what they turned out to be, and these guys won't do this. I mean, we will come back. We will have a segment on Monday applauding them if they make this ad go away.
Yeah.
Is this the McCain template, though, one way or the other, whether it runs or not, for the fall, where he's the good cop and they're the bad 527 Swift boats?
I think that if we see this thing run on Monday, then we'll have confirmation that is the strategy. And you can see why he would do it, because he wins both the high road and the low road this way. He gets credit for telling them not to run it in his ostentatious public release of his open letter decrying this thing.
That catch of the voice today.
Yes, exactly. So he wins the high road for saying that, and he also wins on the low road because the ad actually runs and hurts the Democrat.
Could all this, however, backfire, signaling the superdelegates that there must be a reason that comedian Rush Limbaugh and so on are so afraid of Obama? There's an email just tonight from Rick Davis, the chairman of the McCain campaign, that is this 30-paragraph long pumping of Hillary Clinton's candidacy and how much stronger she is than Obama, and all this, every statistic that could be gleaned from last night's results in Pennsylvania, sent out by the chairman of the Republican Party as to why the Democrats should not. Have they made it a little too obvious, even for Hillary Clinton's most ardent supporters, to not see the Republicans want to face Hillary Clinton in the fall?
Well, the Hillary line in the Republican Party has been very out there for a very long time. They talk about her as their greatest fundraising tool. Mm-hmm. They say that Hillary Clinton is the one figure in America who can unite all the disparate wings of the Republican Party against her. That's been no secret. They've been very overt about that. Now, Hillary Clinton also knows that, and she's smart, and she's a good politician, and she's tried to parry that by saying, you know what, they'll say bad things about me, but imagine what they'll say about Barack Obama. Her whole campaign against Obama is, what might the Republicans say against him? Now, does this issue with the North Carolina GOP today weirdly end up helping Obama then? If Hillary Clinton's line against Obama is that he can't handle the slime, and John McCain's line, true or not, is there's not going to be any slime, then what's the new argument against Barack Obama?
Senator Clinton and an argument against her in this. I know moral high ground is not at the forefront right now of the candidacy, but just in case she wins the nomination, could she not then be victimized by a bizarre ad of her own that says, Hillary Clinton didn't even stick up for a fellow Democrat against racist smears. What makes you think she'll stick up for you?
Yeah. I mean, especially if we're talking about Democratic voters.
Yeah.
The fact that John McCain would decry this ad and Hillary Clinton would not raises an important question for Hillary Clinton's campaign. She has been saying that Barack Obama is a nice guy, good politician, even hinting that he might make an okay president, but he just can't win. He just can't beat this GOP attack machine. Well, if that no longer is the factor, is she really starting to say that he should not be president? And if he shouldn't be president, is it really because of his pastor? And is that the grounds on which Democrats are going to be kosher with their politicians competing? I think it's tough questions for the Hillary Clinton campaign at this point, and her silence thus far in this ad is troubling. I hope we hear something soon.
Well, he can't win if she's going to triangulate with the Republican Party. That's a simple fact. And there's enough evidence of that to make that more than just some mad conspiracy theory. Rachel Maddow of Air America and MSNBC, always a pleasure. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, Keith.